welcome to Series 2 of Table Manners, the podcast with me, Jessie Ware, and my dear mother, Lenny.
Hi.
There she is. The woman that has so much to say. But yeah, with a little squeak of a hi.
Hi.
Mum, it's great to have you back.
Thank you, darling. What do you mean back? I've never been anywhere. I've still been cooking for you.
How are you feeling? New series.
Pretty tired, darling.
What's new?
Been cooking for 2 days.
I know, we've got quite a few that we're doing this week, so it's a bit of a full-time job, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Are you still enjoying it?
I don't like it when I have to do a lot of cooking all the time, and I realise how easy my life has been when I don't cook so much.
When you don't see me.
Yeah, when I don't see you.
Well, sorry, we're back in business and we've got Series 2 and it feels good.
And there's lots of exciting people
There's
coming
lots
on.
of exciting guests.
Yeah.
Who are you most excited about?
I'm very excited to meet Jay Rayner.
Me too.
I'm very excited to meet Ralph Little. Political, exciting.
I'm going to maybe let you talk quite a lot
Health
on that one.
service. Maybe we should invite Jeremy Hunt to come.
Oh my God, maybe
to the Table Manners. So we're doing Table Manners. He'd
like
Ralph
news night.
Little, definitely.
Forget the food.
Yeah, Ralph Little has asked him now, maybe every day, to come and debate with him.
Oh my God, we should so invite him.
Why don't you just write to him?
Maybe everyone will be disappointed when I'm like, but do you like a hot dog or a burger? He could even be listening now.
Who else have we got, darling?
Paloma Faith.
She's such a goddess.
Also, you know, I'm very interested to hear who you, the listeners, would like us to interview, and we'll try and go from there.
Have you sorted out Sadiq yet, Jessie?
Well, I thought I'd sorted out Sadiq,
Yeah.
and then he became a bit of a celeb. So we're still trying.
He told me he was coming on at your concert.
We have it pretty much. It was a
was in the
verbal
bag.
agreement. It was in the bag. This was back in September, so we tried to get Sadiq on Series 1. He's been very busy, you know, being a brilliant mayor
He's
of London.
fantastic.
But he did say he'd do it. We'll just see where we go. We'll see whether we can get him on by the end of the season.
Because I want to talk to him about Uber.
Uber? Why do you want to talk
To make sure that it carries on in London.
Okay, well, Sadiq, if you're listening, we love you. We still like you to be on this podcast. We forgive you for missing the first brilliant series of Table Manners, and we'd love to hear from you, Sadiq. Sending love. So, the guest for our first episode of season 2 is a person who is responsible for, I think, 2 of my best songs. He is very well known. He's very talented. He is the nicest guy. He is called Mr. Ed Sheeran, and we are so excited to have stolen some of his time with him and been able to have him to interview for Table Manners. Mum, you've met Ed before.
Yeah, he liked cucumber.
For Ed, what have we decided to cook, Mum?
Well, this has been tricky because had to do it at the studio, so it had to be something that would travel. So I made a sausage casserole, but I did buy the best sausages you could possibly buy. And I kind of made up the recipe a bit. I added a few bits, which I think worked. I think it's quite spicy. And Alex has made his triple threat.
Alex, my brother, if you're just tuning into this new series, Alex featured in the Clara Amfo episode, making a beautiful spotted dick.
No, sticky toffee
Same
pudding.
thing.
No, it isn't. Spotted dick's got raisins in it. That's why it's called spotted dick.
Why is it the dick part?
Well, Dick's nothing to do with it. It's named after a man, Dick. Spotted Dick. But it was sticky toffee pudding he made with toffee sauce.
Sorry.
He's very good.
He's very good. He's been away travelling, soul-searching for 4 months. But he's obediently come
Thank
back.
God he's back.
To be the pastry dessert chef. So he's given us triple threat chocolate brownies.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Yeah.
We are here in St John's Wood at Rack Studios. So, yeah, we're not at Mum's or mine, but it's because we've been working. We've got my dear friend to work on a Sunday, Mr. Ed Sheeran. Thank you so much for being here.
How you doing?
I'm sorry that we're not at Mum's. You have been at Mum's before for a dinner.
Yeah.
But I do, you know, we're in a communal kind of kitchen.
It's called a recreation room.
It's called a recreation room. There's a billiards we could play and
we put
ping
the
pong.
jukebox on.
Now, this has kind of affected the menu for today. Mum, don't look so
I think
disgusted.
it's affected it a lot.
No, it's just we've had to think. It's
Yeah.
not
It's
your
had to be
kitchen. It's been
transportable.
transported. I have to say, I really wanted to do your favourite dish, Carbone's
Oh, vodka rigatoni.
vodka rigatoni.
Yeah. You know, I actually have a T-shirt from there that they made me because I ordered 6 bowls of it and poured it all into one bowl. And then the waiter looked at me and he was like, "You're not going to do that." And I was like, "Watch me." And he kept coming back every sort of 5 minutes to check up on me. And then at the end of the meal, I finished. I then ordered 2 slices of cheesecake, and he was like, "Respect." And then next time I went in, they'd made me a T-shirt. But
What did the T-shirt say?
it was like a picture of me with the bowl, and it said, "I've completed the Carbone challenge."
Did you start the Carbone
I did
challenge?
start it.
Which
Yeah,
restaurant is this?
It's this Italian restaurant in New York that
Oh,
Benny,
in
our
New
friend
York.
Benny Blanco, introduced
Someone's
us
beaten
to.
the challenge though. They've eaten 8 bowls.
Shut up.
Yeah, 6 is pretty impressive, and I'd had a curry about 2 hours before.
Mate, you need to go back there and reclaim your title.
Yeah,
He'd better not. He'll die before he gets married. I'm telling you.
But it is a good pasta, but I'm sorry, I also thought I wasn't going to do it justice. So instead, we have come to St John's Wood with, well, I actually, of course, as per usual, I didn't do anything.
you can cook though.
I can cook.
Yeah, but your mum's
a
just
good
really
cook.
good at cooking.
No,
She
I'm not
is.
that good
No,
at
she
cooking,
is
but-
good. But we've.
I enjoyed the meal you made for me
Did
when I
you,
was at the
darling?
house.
I
Yeah.
remember you eating a lot of cucumber.
See-
You said that's my favourite. I made a cucumber salad.
Well,
and
no,
you
for me,
thought it
yeah,
was
for
really
me,
nice.
cucumber with anything like that's.
I think you had cucumber and ketchup, Ed.
I think I did. Cucumber and ketchup can make any meal great. Anything. Yeah. You just stick it in.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, today we
It
have
sounds like your daughter.
What, my daughter?
Cucumber and ketchup.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's her diet. What have we got today, Mum?
We've got a sausage casserole
Cool.
made with ginger pig sausages and some mashed potato, which you probably can't eat. We'll let you have a little bit.
Why,
And
why
some
can't
salad.
you? Why can't
he's,
you eat it?
he's trying to watch his weight.
We are,
No.
Mum. So are we, but we decided to do a food podcast, didn't
I
we?
know.
No, it's not. It's not. I had a insurance thing for tour, and he just told me I had to drop a bit before tour.
That's terrible.
No, it dates back to when I broke both my arms. I think there's a lot of stipulations now in insurance, and I
They're
have to.
better.
They're better, yeah.
That's not because you
No,
drunk
no.
bottles of wine.
Well, yeah, but I think he's like, for your heart, you have to like calm down on the wine and the fried food.
Do you like fried food?
I love fried food. Yeah, I eat a lot of fried food.
Why-
Actually,
what
that's
do you
kind of.
eat a
Do you know
lot
what?
of?
I have a night where I'll get a baked camembert and bread, and that'll be the starter. And then the main, my friend Dan makes this thing called Tornadoes Rossini, which is
What is that?
was wagyu steak, wagyu fillet, and they put duck liver pate on it and truffle,
Yeah,
and then like
it's
gravy,
divine.
and then you have dauphinoise potatoes, basically, and then you drink
That's a heart attack.
as much wine as you can.
Fabulous.
And how's it going for you?
Well, then I went to the doctor's and he was like, "You can't do that. Stop doing that."
Are your arms completely better?
Yeah, they're fine. They're healed now.
That was awful.
It was pretty bad.
Someone knock you off your bike?
No, I don't know where that story came from. I was cycling to the pub with Cherry in Suffolk, and I used a mate's bike that had he called them suicide brakes. So they're basically like really strong brakes, but I didn't know.
Oh, so did you go right over?
I went over, down a hill,
Oh, shit.
and then cycled to the pub because no one really believed that I was hurt.
Did you know?
Cherry, did you not believe he was hurt?
Oh my
Pull himself
gosh.
together. I love
But
you.
did you know they were broken straight away?
No,
It just
because
felt-
then I went to the pub and had fun and everything. But it was I
that
woke
make it
up about
worse?
4:00 in the morning and was like, "Cherry, we need to go to the hospital." And then I drove myself to the hospital. And then when I got to the hospital, they were like, "You can't drive back." So Cherry's now insured on a really nice car.
Sorry, just to acknowledge Cherry, Ed's beautiful fiance, but also a fabulous woman, is just here trying to work. Like, bless her, she's come along to something that Ed and we were recording here at studios, and you've kindly come to kind of work, I say, kind of. But we're going to try and give you brownies instead. Mum, what is for pudding?
Your brother
The
has.
boy is back in town.
Thank God. Alex has made triple threat chocolate brownies.
Is that
but
3 different chocolates in it?
Yeah.
Oof.
with white
munchies in
chocolate
there.
on the top?
I mean,
yeah.
when have you had a munchie? The last time you had a munchie?
Oh, the sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
No, I haven't
lunch is
had
in
one.
there.
Yeah, he's put-
I actually know what? I
yeah.
had a dream about a Lion Bar last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah,
How
just-
did it turn out for you?
Lion bar.
They'd
I
made
remember.
a huge Lion Bar into a ice cream that you could eat.
I love that this is what you were dreaming about after you went to see your doctor.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah, he said I only have to do it until I'm on tour. And then
And then you can go back to the fried food.
Well, not. I mean, yeah.
So, hon, when you say you like fried food, like apart from what was it called, torpedoes, Rossini?
Yeah.
Tornadoes Rossini.
Like, what do you love?
Kebabs.
Kebabs. What kind of kebab?
Well, I got it off a meme, but my motto is "Why have abs when you can have kebabs?" Which I think is. I like. Do you know what I do? I do like sheesh. I do like a healthy sheesh.
Yeah, but a sheesh is a compromise.
I love a filthy doner in a wrap.
What makes it filthy? Just the.
Well, like you know,
meat.
there are some really nice kebab shops in like me and Cherry have one really near us that's like. Basically like a gastro kebab, like a really, really nicely done. But no, it's
Doesn't
more.
hit the spot as
yeah,
much,
it's more the ones where, you kind of, it's been sitting there for a while.
I know, it's sweating a
Are
bit.
you worried that when they reheat, because
See,
it might have
no,
been
but-
8 days old in the middle?
But you don't ever get it sober. It's more of a like, I don't know.
What was that story that I heard about a doner that they found like flies or maggots in the middle, in the core?
You're really putting me off it now.
I still
Yeah,
eaten loads of doners
they
since
heat
then.
them and then they go cold. And they heat them and then go cold. I think if you're going a bit busy doner, I prefer shawarma
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
and
it. Do you know-
gyros in
Gyros
Greece.
in
But
Greece
if I'm
is so
going,
good.
if I'm going junk food, it's probably going to be curry though.
What do you order on a curry?
See, I always try and mix it up a little bit. I usually get a butter masala, but get them to put it in vindaloo sauce, so it's got spice but a little bit of butter in it, and then I'll get.
I didn't even think to
I'll
ask.
I'll
So
do-
you switch it up.
I'll do half and half as well if they do that. And it's half
half?
chips, half rice. It's fucking amazing.
I didn't even know about half and half. Did you know about half and half?
No, is
That must be a
proper
Suffolk thing,
curry
Ed.
thing?
Yeah, you can say half and half, and then they put
Have chips
and
and
rice.
rice.
Well, you're from Manchester. You have chips and curry sauce, don't you?
Yeah, we have curry sauce on our chips.
But it's not really curry sauce like.
Is
no.
it bad? Is it bad that I know this is like a food podcast that we're not talking about anything that is like refined palate?
No,
This is what I want to know. I want to understand
Jessie
the
will
way
ask
you
you
eat.
next what your family used to eat. Did you all eat ram?
my-
Sorry, you ask
No,
it then,
please, you
Jessie.
do it, Mum. It's your podcast too.
Do
You,
know
are
what?
the star of the
we
show.
Never
we
had,
we
we
realise
never
it.
had Sunday roast. We always had tomato soup on a Sunday. Weirdly enough, it was never.
Why?
I don't know. We just never had Sunday roast. So now, like with Cherry's family, I'm in. Yeah, we're in the tradition of having roast.
But hold on. So on a Sunday, would you be like, "Oh yes, it's tomato soup"?
Well, no, because I was vegetarian until I was about 11. So I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, and my brother's still vegetarian. It was actually my grandmother who tricked me into not being vegetarian because she gave me a bacon sandwich and I said, "Is it vegetarian?" She said yes, and I had it and I was like,
That's the
"Oh,
best
that was
thing.
wicked." And then she was like, "It was bacon."
No wonder you love doner kebabs.
Yeah.
You're making up for lost time.
Yeah, well, I just had a childhood of eating Linda McCartney sausages and corn.
Are your parents both
no,
veggies?
no, I don't know why. I don't know why I was veg. I was just brought up veggie.
But I think that lots of kids, when they get to that age of like when they understand, I remember I was a vegetarian for about a week, wasn't I? Because we like pigs. I was like, oh, they're so cute. I don't want to eat them, even though we didn't eat pig. But I think I don't know. Was it because you liked animals a lot?
I don't know. I mean, I do try. Me and Cherry do try and get stuff that isn't like bad, and it's stuff that's actually free range. And because we come from the countryside, so we know exactly where it comes from and the farmers that do it. So I think, yeah, I think if you know morally where stuff's from, it's easier.
You're from Suffolk.
Yeah.
So I know Suffolk and Aldborough for excellent fish and chips.
Really good fish and chips, yeah.
Like, did you eat that a lot when you were?
Yeah, that's actually like when I'm home, I try and go there once a week. That's like a good-
Love. That's
Try and go there
it's not
once
like I'm
a
trying
week.
to go to the gym once a week. It's like I try and go have fish and chips.
No, yeah, and we
What
go
will you
to.
order?
They do great beer in Suffolk as well. There's this really new, not new. It's been there for a while. Brewery called Elstone Brewery, and they do. It's just like local pub beer, but it's just great. It's like thick, chewy beer.
Is that like an ale?
Yeah, but like
Stout.
warm ale with no fizz. Love it.
Warm ale. I'm not a beer person.
No,
I
I'm
don't
not.
really
I don't
get
understand it.
Don't get it.
I
like
think
Guinness.
you forced yourself to do it because I remember like my dad drank beer, so I was like, oh, it must be cool to drink beer, and I hated it. And then I just drunk it, and then one day you go, I quite like this. Same with red wine. Same with mushrooms. Never really liked them. Quite like them now. Hummus. Can dig that now. Never liked that when I was younger.
That's so fun.
I think you've had it just changes, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think if I keep on like ramming
When you
celeriac chips down my daughter's?
I'll never like kale though.
Why?
No,
I don't know. I just can't.
me
can't,
too.
Can't do it.
I
Can't deal
hate
with
it.
And beetroot, nah.
Love beetroot. But if
And
you're
maybe
in-
you haven't had beetroot correctly.
No, I've had like
every form of malted, vinegar in
all of that fried
beetroot.
chips as well. You can have beet.
Yeah, you don't like them?
No?
You can't.
No, I don't. But I do like fried food. There's a brilliant fried chicken shop in East London called Clutch.
It is good.
It is good.
And but I remember like Benny Blanco. So just to kind of explain, Ed and I met through Benny Blanco, but we had lots of kind of mutual friends before that. But we met through Benny. He's a dear friend of ours. And Benny, I remember being like, "Yo, so have you heard about this place, Clutch?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's down the road." But you're obsessed with it.
We go. Cherry and I use it as a
Fried
kind
chicken.
of date spot.
No,
yeah.
you love fried chicken.
I
though.
love
but Mum,
fried
it is
chicken.
good. They do
Kentucky
like
fried chicken is
they
the
do like a
best.
soy they'll
It's
do
all
like
sorts of, and we took a vegan there the other day, and they had would they have deep fried cauliflower or something that she was bang into.
Can I ask, so back to tomato soup Sundays.
Yeah,
What would you have it with? Would you have
an entire loaf of bread
Oh, right,
to
okay.
myself.
And was it homemade tomato soup?
No, it was Heinz, and it would be Hovis best of
I
both.
rate your mum. She's like, that's what you're getting. I love that.
No. She was. It's what.
Is
It's
your
what
mum a
she
good
grew up
cook?
with. Yeah. No, you know what she can do? She can do certain things really
She's a good
well.
hostess.
No, she can do certain meals really, really well.
What can she do
But
well?
she's got a very, very, which I got her a new oven because it was just ridiculous. But she had a talent of completely charcoaling the bottom of a pizza, but having the top of it perfect. And I just don't know how that can happen in an oven.
probably the
like it
oven
would be
was
like
wrong.
inedible, but look perfect.
So it's the oven's fault, obviously. Has it carried on since you've got the new oven?
I kind of dug myself a hole there because I was like, I will get you a new oven, and then it's turned into a new kitchen, and then an extension, and then I kind of dug myself a hole. But yeah, it's lovely.
And is your dad a good cook?
I actually bought my dad's cooking lessons for Christmas because
Who did you go with?
just a local guy.
Oh, nice.
Just a local guy who's going to come and teach him how to do like gastropub food. But he's always. I hope they don't mind me talking about them. He's always loved cooking, but he only really knows how to make a cottage pie. So I've got him a cook to teach him how to do proper stuff.
I remember you in your house. You have in the kitchen. You have grub. Like I feel like you had like a sign that
in my
says
Suffolk
grub.
house,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it sounds like you like grub. It's like home cooked. You quite like kind of hearty food. Like you and your dad.
I like anything. My nickname is Tudin's Teddy. So anything anything that really like fills you up. So if I go to a pub, I mean I can't anymore because I can after I've sort of like took care of myself for a little bit, but I'll go and get bangers and mash, but then also probably fish and chips, and then I'll put the chips in the mash, and then
Boy
just have
after
it
our
on
own heart, Mum.
Have it on the side, and it will be like a triple dessert thing. So your triple threat brownies, I'll get like 3 desserts because desserts are usually quite small, aren't they?
But do you share them?
No,
Oh wow.
absolutely not.
Oh, interesting.
I'd-
So I usually
I'd
get
rather-
3 spoons.
I'd rather buy you a portion of chips than you take my chips. It's
Oh
kind of
my
like,
God.
It's a
We
weird.
can't go out for dinner then, babe.
No, we can.
No, because I like to share.
Yeah, so I'll
and then
just-
I like to share aggressively, so I eat all of somebody else's food.
But I'll just get you exactly the same plate.
No, Jessie,
can have
you
exactly
don't
what I have.
share.
I don't.
Never share a meal with Jessie because she eats quicker than anybody else in the room.
I
and she's
would eat
finished
quicker than
it.
you, I think.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm like disgusting with how quick. And now that I've got a kid, I eat even quicker. Like it's disgusting. Cherry's gone to do work.
When we went away and we had this guy cooking like these really fancy meals, but they're like quite small portions, and it would be like one of the things that you'd savor, but I'd just like scoop it up and have it in one.
I know. Like tasting menus, it's like it's
Yeah.
a moment on your lips, isn't it? And it's like, can I have a few more mouthfuls of that? You went on a really big trip with Cherry, didn't you? Like you went travelling.
Yeah.
Did you
everywhere.
eat amazing food on this?
We ate the weirdest things. Yeah, there was this one thing
Were you
in
adventurous?
Iceland. What was it called? Black Death. It's fucking horrible. It was a rotten shark that they piss on and leave in the ground to rot a bit more, and then you drink it with a shot.
Why did
Why
you
would
want to
you
do
eat
that?
that?
Because they said it was I actually think they do it to take the piss out of the English because they say it's a local delicacy. So you go, no. What else? I mean,
Was
we
it
had.
disgusting?
Oh yeah, it was really bad. But there's some other really great Icelandic delicacies that we had. We had great stuff in Japan, great stuff in Ghana. They have a thing.
yeah.
Yeah, they have a breakfast called wachi, which is like spicy rice and egg. Really good.
Why did you choose Ghana to go to?
Because I had Fuse IDG's a musician I know, and I knew that he lived there, and he's always saying come to Ghana. And then one time I just called his bluff and said, all right, we'll come. And then we had a lot of fun. And like culturally, it's so vibrant there. The music's like so amazing. All the musicians are so amazing, and it's just they invited us in, and yeah, it was really nice.
Does Cherry cook?
Cherry cooks really well, yeah, really well. But her mum and dad cook really well as well.
Okay,
like,
are they foodies?
Well, they will do an entire Sunday roast every Sunday, and someone will do like the meat, someone will do the vegetables. So, it's like.
Do you want me to put some food on?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Bless, I just have to explain. So Ed's been doing me a favour. So I've already had him working, and like, bless him, he came and he was like, I just want to have some food, just a quick snack. Like, I just want to have a little green bean. I don't think you even got to eat your green bean. So
I did.
Okay, well,
when I went to the toilet.
Okay, perfect. But like, mum's trying to work. It's when it's not your kitchen, it's difficult. We're trying to work the microwave. But yeah, Ed's also going out for dinner in about an hour. So bless him, he's going to have like the smallest portion.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Take some home.
I've been starting having porridge for breakfast because they say it fills you up in the day, but it does not fill me up at all.
What would be your last supper, death row meal?
I honestly think it would be Aubrey fish and chips. It would be scampi and chips with battered sausage.
Oh, you do scampi and chips.
Scampi and chips with a battered sausage. Fish. Do you know what the fish from fish and chips is? It's a bit too messy to eat. Like, it just goes everywhere.
Yeah, it does.
Whereas scampi, it's like bite size. Sausage is bite size.
I find scampi quite like slimy.
Fried scampi. No.
But I like the mushy peas. Do you have the mushy peas?
Yeah. Do you know what? I would have mushy peas in a pub. If it's a pub lunch, fish and chips, but I just don't see.
But this Alba place, you just have the scampi and the
Well,
battered.
just because I'd eat it on the beach, and you need stuff that you can eat with your hands,
Fair
and
enough.
you can't really eat mushy peas with your. I guess you can dip, but
Okay, what's your pudding?
my pudding, apple crumble or profiteroles, or both.
Ooh. Sam Smith said he'd have the whole of the fish and chip shop.
The whole of it?
For his last meal. Basically, he was going to have all of it.
Well, I would do that. Do you know what? I'm with him on that, but I think I'd have to have a starter of like a baked camembert. I know that's quite a weird.
No, why?
Yeah, probably a baked camembert.
With garlic infused?
No, what the little
Rosemary
rosemary things? Yeah, and then I'd finish with a cheese plate.
Oh my God,
with
you're going
grapes.
double cheese.
Yeah, and then drink wine in between. I've started like knowing what wines I like now, because usually I just drunk anything that was there. But like,
Well, I feel like we can talk about this wine that we had. So Ed and I were both doing Hootenanny, Jules Holland's Hootenanny this year. And Ed, you got a very fabulous bottle on your rider.
I think there was 2.
Fuck off, was there?
We had 2.
Did we? Oh, that's why I was so bloody hungover. So, can we tell the story?
Yeah.
Where you found out about this amazing wine?
I was doing a Global Citizen Festival in New York, and I got invited back to this house. I'd played with me and Beyonce had done a duet, and I went back to this house with loads of people, and it was owned by this very, very, very wealthy man. And
How long ago was this?
2015, and they were all drinking this thing that they described as Jesus juice in these like really like huge glasses. And I found out what it was, and have started buying it.
So it's basically a very delicious, rather expensive red wine.
Yeah. It's like
How much is it per bottle?
I don't know. I think I've. Do you know Vivino? Have you got that?
Oh, what, the app?
Yeah.
I need to get on that because loads of my friends use it. Do you use it?
No, but the guy who I tour with, who gets the wine, uses it.
That's such a good idea on tour.
On Vivino, you can find it for about 60 to 70 quid.
So with this wine app, I thought it was like people go, this is a really delicious, has notes of vanilla and blackcurrant, and they just like photograph the thing and then put it up.
It's just knowing price ranges. It's either that or you get like a Chateau Neuf de Pape from Tesco for like 15 quid.
Okay. I mean, I don't think I've drunk enough Chateau Neuf de Pape, but I remember somebody cooked with it on Come Dine With Me once and used it as their jus, and I thought that was a
with
bit...
it?
Yeah, and I thought that was a bit
Fucking hell.
OTT.
That is a
They
bit-
didn't win.
That is a bit OTT.
I thought it was a bit overzealous. But yeah, we got really pissed on this wine.
Good wine.
Because you'd
Yeah.
had a Nando's before, but I hadn't eaten, and it was like a bit like a New Year's Eve party, but you had to leave and go and get what was it? Did you get
What did I do?
you went and got an OBE or something the day
Oh,
after?
MBE. Yeah, I got an
MBE,
MBE
sorry.
the next day. Yeah, so I had to behave myself. 2 bottles of
How
wine
was
isn't
that?
really behaving yourself.
Did you meet
though,
the
is it?
Queen?
No, I've met the Queen, but I met Prince Charles that day.
What was he like?
The Queen was an interesting one because when I met her, so my mum and dad have this picture of me shaking the Queen's hand, and she's like beaming, like really smiling. And
How old were you when you met the Queen?
20.
So
No,
since
21.
you've been Ed
Yeah.
Sheeran, the pop star.
Yeah,
Okay.
21. And but like I just remember because she didn't really have a clue who I was, but like in the split second, I think like someone must have said something and she smiled and they have a picture, so she looks delighted to meet me. But at the time, it was like, oh, this is Ed who does music. She was like, oh, cool.
Right.
But yeah, but it looks like she's delighted.
But she was lovely.
Yeah, nice
I'm
enough.
completely obsessed with her now because of the crown.
Oh, can I have another sausage?
Yeah. Oh my god, I love this! Yes! Perfect. Mum, did you put chorizo in it? Yeah. So yeah.
This is banging.
Look.
That looks great, by the way. It's basically bangers and mash, but in cool sauce and good sausages. You know, it's not like Richmond sausages.
No, it is not Richmond sausages.
I do
It
like
is
Richmond sausages, though.
How is this?
It's really nice, Mum.
It's really good.
Well, this is kind of home-cooked, grubby kind of food.
This is exactly what I
Does
wanted.
Cherry want some? But
She'll probably have some, yeah.
okay, good.
Cherry has this weird ability because she does sport as well as her finance job. So her metabolism is mental. So we'll go out for
I envy those.
we'll go out for a
metabolism people.
a nice meal and get like a huge curry somewhere, and then she'll come back and order a Domino's and eat all of it.
I hate her so
The
much.
food is really good.
Do you think it was worth the money for the sausages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're the right size. You know, like the usual sausage is like half the size
Alex
of this.
said they were too big. But I thought they were the right size. You didn't want little chipolatas.
I
did
hate
you?
going and getting bangers and mash when they're about the size of your
Yeah.
thumb. I went to a German Christmas market and they were doing sausages. And they were doing sausages about twice the size of this, but they had like a tiny little hot dog bun that they put them in. So it was like
Oh,
hanging out
yes.
either at...
Hanging.
That's what you want, right? Because you don't want...
I don't know. I kind of want a bun that fits all the
Why?
sausage.
Really? The bun's the least exciting bit.
They're the best hot dog I've ever had, and I hope it's still there. And no one does hot dogs like it. Is in Ipswich Town Centre? There's a little hot dog stand of a guy that, and it's probably not the best meat. It's probably not the best.
No, definitely won't be. But yeah,
No,
go
oh,
on.
mate, they're so good.
Why are they so good?
I hope it's still there. I don't know. It's just Americans boil their hot dogs and they're like pink. And this was like a sausage like this that he kind of puts on the grill, and then he grills up onions, and then he puts it all in like really, really white cheap bread, but like good white cheap bread, and then you cover it in mustard and ketchup. I don't know. I just love it.
When was the last time you had one of those?
The last time I went in Ipswich Town Centre, which would have been... Do you know what? I learned to drive in Ipswich, but I never went... I haven't walked the high street since I was probably 18, maybe 19.
Did you learn to drive quite recently?
I learned to drive in 2015 because I thought this is ridiculous. I live in the countryside and I have to call my mum to give me a lift somewhere, and I just felt a bit weird about it. So I learned to drive, and I actually failed my first test because my mum rung my phone to ask whether I'd passed, and I picked it up while going around the
No, you
roundabout.
didn't.
I did, yeah.
No.
I was going around a roundabout and I picked it up, and I was like, "Mum, do my test now, sorry." And then as soon as I put it down, I was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have done
Major,
that."
not a minor.
Yeah. Yeah, and the guy said I just instantly failed then.
Would you have passed
I
otherwise?
don't know, probably not. It's all about checking mirrors and stuff, isn't it?
I mean, I thought
I'm
wearing
going to have one
perfume.
more sausage, I'm sorry, I really like them.
What did you call yourself? Triple?
2 dinners Teddy.
2 dinners Teddy, but we're on 3 sausages. I love this. This is how we like our guests, Mum. We like them to go for seconds. When we offered Loyal Kana chicken liver, he didn't go for seconds. He didn't even finish his first bit. So
He didn't understand it, really.
no, I think he did understand it. He understood that he didn't like it, Mum.
Do you know what? I've never been able to find kidneys or liver. I once had cow tongue in Japan, and it was just... I just don't see the point in that.
No, I don't really get the point of steak and kidney pie.
No, it's the flavour.
No,
This is really
thank
great,
you.
by the way. I really
No,
like it.
Good.
Really tasty.
I fall in love with certain chefs. Is there any chef that you kind of can watch?
You love Tom Carriage now.
I love Tom Carriage now.
Jamie Oliver for me.
Yeah, I
just,
love
just because it's not. Do you know? I love fancy food. I love Michelin star stuff. But Jamie is just like,
He's a cook.
this is good.
Yeah.
This is going to fill you up. This is like I lived off 15-minute meals when I was I say student. I was never really a student, but I lived a student lifestyle. It just
What did you make?
usually just pasta and stuff. cheese.
Who does Marmite pasta?
Oh, I had Marmite chips the other day, right?
Oh,
You're
Yeah, it's a
joking.
place called, and they've taken it off the menu. But if you go in with a Marmite pot, they did it for me. But it's called steak.
brought your own Marmite.
No, I just went next door and bought one. It was in what's it called? God, it's in Tooting. Meat Shake, and they did Marmite chips, but the guy said they never sold, so they took them off the menu. And I said, "Well, would you make them for me now?" I went and got a little pot of Marmite, and they made it.
Yeah,
but
I
they
think that's
basically
because
just
you're Ed
roll.
Sheeran, babe, not because I don't think they're going to go and. Mum walks in, she goes, "Hi, I've got a food podcast. Will you do?" I don't think it was because it was you, but I'll try my luck. Sod it.
Yeah, I might have another one.
Love you, Ed. We're on to number 4.
Does it? But no, but
Do it.
this is why the doctor says I have health problems because I eat too much.
I want to know, just because I'm doing my rider for my tour coming up, what do you have on your rider? What's a really good thing to have on the rider?
I always thought it'd be I haven't really done it, but I thought it'd be quite cool to have a postcard, especially
I
if
have
you've got
that.
and then you send it home for your daughter to have.
Yeah, I've written so many and then just don't post them.
Yeah, it's a kind of thing that you want to do. I used to put when I played like little club venues in England. I used to put on the rider, buy me your favourite film on DVD, and then you just
sweet.
amass a kind of film collection. But then everyone bought me the Notebook, so I got like.
Did you cry?
I did cry at the Notebook.
Yeah, everyone cries at the Notebook.
No, do you know what? The key to my rider is don't ask for anything at all. Like I'll maybe have like some beers if people come in, but I don't know what I want on the day. Like on the day I might be like, oh, like I'm gonna smash it tonight, so let me get loads of tequila in. But if you have tequila every day, then sometimes you don't use it or whatever. So I'll usually
So
have.
somebody will go out and get it for you on the day then?
Yeah, you'll have a runner you'll be like, oh, I kind of fancy this. So I don't really have anything on the rider apart from one bottle of wine, which we usually bring with us anyway, and beers for people to drink. And then on the day, if I want to have a party, I'll send a runner out and we'll get a bunch of stuff.
See, I've been trying to like think of things that are kid friendly because I'm bringing my kid on tour. So I've like asked them for like recommendations like of local children's things, but like actually food wise, I'm so bored of having dark chocolate
I
and
think
almonds.
you better take the slow cooker and just put loads of vegetables in.
Actually, funny that you say that because I met Iggy Azalea in Ibiza, and I don't know how we got to, because I like to talk about food. We got talking about food.
Ibiza at the same
I
time?
don't know.
That is so
It
random.
was weird. It was a Radio 1 thing, I think.
All right, you weren't just out there
I was
having
asking her about food, obviously. She brings a slow cooker on tour,
doesn't
she
look
said.
like a slow cooker kind of girl to me.
Well, she said she brings a slow
Is that
cooker
the
on
one
tour.
with the hair that goes
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She told
I'm
me.
sure she does a lot more than just flick her hair though. She's got a lot of hit singles as well. You probably know her hit singles.
No, I don't.
I'm so fancy.
Yeah, I know that
Mum,
one.
we were watching The Voice last night. I'm gonna love you like a black widow, baby.
How is that?
And you went, who is this? Yeah.
Do you know what we're talking about slow cookers and stuff? Having a Foreman grill, that's my favourite.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put anything on that.
Tom, would you take that on tour?
No, because we have catering on tour, so there's
I forget you're megastar.
Well, but we also have
Okay, Chris.
we also have like 100 people to cook for, so that's why
That's true.
we got catering. But no,
How
I
can
have.
you have so many people there when it's just little old
just
you on the
you.
stage?
Well, this is the thing. I mean, lots of people joke about this, and they go, "Oh, you must like clean up on tour, make so much money." It is like it is an impressive like stage and video screens, and there's lots of people that put that up. We have a lot of people doing the sound. There's a lot of people doing the pedal. Like it's not just walk on stage with a bit of plywood with strings on it and then play.
Can I ask, actually, both of you, whilst you're here, Cherry, what is your worst table manners? This podcast is called Table Manners. Like your worst thing that you hate to see other people do.
Chewing with their mouth open.
Okay.
Yeah. Or, do you know what? I just don't. Oh, no, I got it. Being rude to a waiter.
Oh, can't stand it.
Because my thing is like, okay, maybe the food's not great, but like.
It's not his fault.
One, it's not his fault. Two, he will fucking do something to your food. Like, just wait. Like, I have a friend that went on a first date with this girl, and he is a comedian. He was kind of joking and kind of saying blah 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 to the waiter, and the girl was like, he was just like, it just wasn't going down well. And the food came back, and the girl said to her date, she said, "Don't eat that fish. Don't eat that fish. Don't eat it." And he's like, he won't have done anything. It's a posh restaurant. Ate it, and then the next date was her taking him to a hospital to have him checked out, and he caught a disease that you can only catch from human feces. So the moral of the story is be nice to people.
That's what Annie Mac said. I think Annie Mac said exactly the same as you. Cherry, what's your worst table manner? Oh my God! Get here!
What do I do? Wait, come
It
and
just made me feel really bad.
come and speak on the mic. What do I do?
Well, Ed has this. He obviously loves some foods, but some he really doesn't like. And you do this thing where you get your plate of food, and then you get all the things that you don't like, and you just put it onto my plate, and then eat all your stuff, and then I'm left with like this massive plate of salad that I obviously don't eat, and I have to give it back to the waiter or whatever. And it looks like I haven't eaten my food.
Did you know this? That she didn't like
I thought you liked salad. No, because sometimes Cherry. Yesterday at dinner, you took one of my tomatoes and said, "Hey, I was going to eat that tomato." So usually when you go to take tomatoes, that's why I'll give you tomatoes.
It's just the lift and the scrape.
Okay, well now we're talking.
Couples therapy with table manners.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
amazing.
now we're talking about.
Now we're talking about what's Cherry's worst table manner.
Her eyes are too big for her stomach. She will order like 15 things, and then I'll have to eat.
Finish
all of
it.
them.
Yeah. Oh, terrible.
I
table
don't
manner.
have to.
No, I know.
I don't have
but
to, but
you
yeah.
do.
But like, I mean, after my 3 desserts, if there's half a dessert there, I'm not going to let it go to waste.
Oh my
am I?
God.
Well, I know. I see. I got brought up in a household where you had to finish everything on the plate.
I love that.
Everything. But now I have that where, I mean, Cherry will say where at dinner, where if there's stuff left over, I will just finish it. Right, Cherry?
You can't leave anything.
Yeah, I can't. So if people's chips are left, I'll have to eat the chips. And if someone's
Even
got,
if you don't know them that well.
Oh, well, no.
So it's
have-
like
Well,
it's
actually, no, not. Yeah, not. So, sometimes we go for dinner with people, and if they haven't finished something, I'll just. Oh no, I was with your mum the other day, and she didn't touch her profiteroles, and I was trying to be polite because I thought she might touch them, and I just sat there for like 20 minutes, being like, just ask her, just ask her if she wants them, just ask her, and then like I just turned and was like, Annie, do you want them? She was like, oh no, so I just devoured.
That's all right, mother-in-law. That's okay.
You can have half of one if you only want to taste.
I don't
or
think
even a
he's
sliver.
three. He's 3 puddings, Teddy.
I also just had 4 sausages, and I've got a dinner in an hour.
Let's see how you do.
I will.
So, Mum,
Jez,
what
do you want one?
have we got now?
This is triple threat chocolate brownies.
You are very lucky that Alex.
Oh mate.
Alex
Yeah,
Ware is back
yeah.
in town. He's back
What's
from
that crunch
South
in it?
America.
I don't know what he's put
The crunch.
in.
What's
What
the
is the
crunch?
crunch?
The crunch is maybe the munchie.
Oh mate.
Or a cookie.
He puts
Could it be a
all
cookie or a
different
munchie?
Do
things
you guys want to try this? This is.
We're just really enjoying it, but I'm going to eat some.
I think mate. I put food as like one of my probably the greatest pleasure in my life. It makes me the happiest.
I thought watches were your favourite.
I like watches, but
You
can't,
like food over watches?
Yeah, I would much rather eat that brownie than
See what
have a watch.
it's like.
Babe, I'm proud of you. You did 4 sausages. Are you having that?
That's still pretty reserved for me.
Shit, boy. He can come back, Mum.
Pretty reserved. Do you know what I love doing is getting a pizza from like not like a great pizza, but just like a regular pizza place pizza.
Yeah.
And getting a portion of like kebab shop chips and then putting them on the pizza and then rolling it up like a wrap and eating it. That's pretty great.
Chip butty.
Yeah,
That's
like
a pizza butty, though.
Oh,
Pizza chip.
Oh my God.
It's pretty great. You should try it.
I don't think I need to try it.
Ed, you're a pig.
I love. You're a dirty eater.
Yeah.
Dirty.
No, but we go to some refined restaurants.
Yeah, no, but I love that. But I love how like
We went to
nothing's
Gordon,
changed.
We
you
went to
still,
Gordon
like,
Ramsay's.
Which one?
The one. I don't know. Like the one. It's called Gordon Ramsay.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
It's like a tiny room and you
Was
get
it
loads of
good?
little. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. But like I can go kebab shop or that. But like either one fills me up, so I'm happy.
I mean, what are you going to be eating now that you're trying to kind of be healthier? What will you? Because when you lost all that weight for the Shape of You, I heard that you were just eating chicken.
No, I just had a Foreman grill, so I just have steak, cucumber, chicken, Nando sauce, cucumber.
We should have had cucumber
Or
in this.
you go and get a shish kebab, and then instead of getting one, you get 2 large ones, and you eat that with cucumber.
Sounds like a good diet.
So it's mostly protein.
It's just protein, so it's like.
Yeah, but then I can't not have chocolate, so I'll have to have. I like the Lindor balls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God!
Did you get the big round thing for Christmas?
Cherry bought me the big round thing.
from
Yeah.
Waitrose. They had them like, they looked like a big sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, my
no,
God.
I eat them a lot. Although I left the coconut one next to the fire, and it doesn't taste good melted. No.
Ed Sheeran, it's been a pleasure to cook for you. It's been a pleasure to spend the day with you. Thank you so much for taking time out.
Thanks for coming. It's kind of flown by.
Yeah, it's gone really quickly.
Should we do a part 2?
Do you
Oh my
like
God, yes.
And I'll cook for you.
Oh,
I'm
Season
in.
3,
I'll drive
starter
to
sorted.
Suffolk.
Yeah, well, maybe we could do it in Suffolk.
Oh, mate, yeah. I'll definitely cook for you. And by cook for you, I mean have someone else cook, and then I'll pretend.
That's
Okay.
fine, whatever.
No, I'll do. Do you know what I make? I make it. Ches, I make that good pasta.
What's the good pasta?
Do you know I get some Lloyd Grossman's sauce, and I get some prawns,
We've all done that, babe.
and then I cut up loads of vegetables and I fry it all together, and then I pour in probably a whole bottle of Tabasco and a whole bottle of Cholula, and then some Encona.
So it's just hot.
Ah, that's good. It's good. And then the key is once you boiled the pasta, you pour it out and you put it back in the pan, and then you put the sauce in with the pasta, and then you mix it up, and then you grate cheese in it and just let the cheese like melt and stick it all together.
I mean, that's gourmet right there. Thank you so much for being on it.
Thank you.
Thanks, darling.
I mean, I love that he didn't hold back.
He didn't hold back. He didn't eat any potato. But those sausages were particularly
I
good.
think he thinks if he doesn't eat the potato, then
Yeah.
it's going to actually just mean that the 4 sausages
But
didn't
you
mean
didn't
anything.
really need potato. I was going to get crusty bread, and you told me, no, do a garlic mash. That's what
Did
we
you
need
do
to-
a garlic
Yes.
mash? I couldn't taste the garlic, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I'm sorry. I put loads of butter and garlic in.
Well, look, I'm just happy. Ed Sheeran is now on the leaderboard for the most amount of servings. 4 is quite impressive. I don't know who's going to top that. Unless we do tacos one night.
But
We
he
should do
said to me,
tacos.
I'm not going to eat much. Because I'm going out for dinner in a minute.
Sounds
He
like
said,
me.
just give me a small amount.
like me and you.
So I gave him one sausage, and I felt like a miserable bitch for giving him one sausage.
When he asked, I love him though.
Got such an appetite.
He's so sweet.
He's a lovely boy. He's very open and honest, and
He's
kind of
lovely.
very bright as
He's
well.
a mensch.
Yeah.
He's a mensch.
He's a good boy.
He's just like given me his Sunday, and it is the Grammys tonight.
She's a hottie. That ring nearly knocked my eye out. It was beautiful.
I have to say,
Yeah.
this is just constructive criticism.
Every week. What? You don't like that?
No, I thought it was really good. I thought that the sausages could have been fried a bit more, so they could have had a bit of a harder skin. That is my only criticism. Do you know what you know what I mean, though, don't you?
I'm really lost for words, but I am at the moment. You couldn't have fried them more because they were. It said only fry them for 12 minutes, and I fried
I
them
would have
for
liked
50.
a little bit more of a
No,
texture.
but they were thin-skinned anyway because
Okay.
they don't do them like
Much
that.
like you. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, 5-star, review, whatever you fancy on your favourite podcasting app. The music on the show was created by Peter Duffy and Pete Fraser. Table Manners was produced by Cup and Nuzzle.